We're live in fact right now. Hello everyone. It's been a minute since we've done one of these.
Been kind of busy.
Yeah.
It's not an excuse though.
Yeah.
You want to know something I heard? There's something I saw. I forget where I saw it. I think Alex sent me a video a while back when me and him tried to start a podcast. Now we're here. He sent me like a video and it was like the vast majority, like 90% of podcasts don't make it past 9 episodes. Or 8 episodes.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
Because people quit by then. Or they're like, I don't have 1 million subscribers yet, so I'm not going to do this.
Yeah, I mean, the main thing with me is like I want to keep this so like organic that it's like we would be doing this anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's how it is.
That's like the whole, I feel like that's the whole point of this.
Yeah.
But, cause like, you know, if there weren't, like, even if there weren't a mic, we'd be talking shit and just like.
Be saying stupid crap anyway.
Yeah.
This way we just get it recorded so people can get mad at us.
yeah, there you go.
That's the idea behind it.
Yeah. And also, it's such a great way for people to learn things.
Absolutely.
Like off of podcasts in general.
What I've been seeing a lot lately is like when people try to learn things like on the news and social media or whatever, it's more like you just listen to who you've subscribed to.
Yeah.
You listen to the people on your point of view and you kind of just get brainwashed by it.
Yeah, man.
Podcasts are like a way in which you can talk
because you
everything
can't.
over.
Yeah, because you can't fake it. I had this conversation with my mom because oh dude, I want to turn off the AC. It's all good. Resuming. It will get a little toasty in here then, but whatever.
It should be okay. It's cooling off. Like it's September now.
Facts.
Yeah.
It is. Dude, I kind of like this time of the year.
Dude, it was like 50 degrees this morning. It was awesome.
Yeah, because it's like, it's not too hot.
No humidity.
But
humidity's minimal.
Yeah.
Dude, fall's my favorite time of the year.
It's not mine. I think spring is mine. But then again, I would say spring and fall.
Because they're pretty much the same thing, just like they go in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
One leads towards warm, one leads towards cold.
Yeah.
I like fall for one, the changing leaves.
Yeah.
Especially here, like in South Jersey, I haven't gotten to experience a good fall in a while because it's flat and it's evergreens. So you don't get to see the transition. Up here, you got the hills and not just evergreen. So you get to see the yellow, the orange, the red, all the different leaves.
Dude, there's times where I'm literally, like, driving down the road, and it literally looks like a friggin' poster card.
And I feel
like
there's something different about a fall sunset, too.
I was just thinking that, driving down the road, like, here. Like, yeah, there is. Yeah. It's like a different, I don't know what it is, but it is different.
It's just something about like the smell of the air and the temperature and just I don't know what else.
Dude, plus, aren't stars more like visible in the fall? Isn't that a thing?
Maybe. I mean, like, it would make sense, but it would also make sense in the winter too, just because.
Yeah, no, valid point.
Good job, Sarge.
But
it's darker longer.
Yeah.
I mean, it could also have to do with the changing of the hemispheres too, because like in the south,
No, you know what I think it is?
In the winter we only see like southern hemisphere stars, and in the summer we only see like northern hemisphere stars or something like that. So in the fall and spring we kind of get like a mix of both. Like you know how you don't see Orion in the summer?
No, but okay.
You don't see it. Wait. Yeah, you never see Orion in the summer.
Okay.
Unless if you see Alec.
I don't know a whole lot about astronomy.
Well, Orion's like the one that everyone's like. It's like the fucking Big Dipper. There it is.
Yeah, that's Big Dipper. Yeah, man. No, I'm taking astronomy this semester now. Oh, really? But yeah, it's actually I'm kind of like I mean I'm not excited for it.
It's like kind of interesting.
Yeah. But what was I gonna say? Oh, so I think the reason. Okay, so you know how the Earth, again, like, okay, I don't know a lot about astronomy, so take this with a grain of salt. But you know how the Earth is tilted?
Yeah.
So like, and how the seasons like work is like one part of the Earth gets like a lot of sunlight, and then like the other part like I don't know, but then like the other half of the year it's tilted the other way.
Tilted away, so it's left.
Yeah, so I think. See, what I've been hearing is that like some people have been telling me that it's better for constellations in the fall, and I think that's because that there's less light to like, you know, like I don't know what the word is, but like I don't know. There's less light coming from the sun to be like blinding you from seeing all the other stars. I feel like. Does that make sense? I feel like that might, you know what I mean?
Maybe.
I feel like that might be, I don't know, man.
I think I get it.
Not an astronomer.
I get it. Like, I get what you're saying, but, like, also at the same time, like, it was very vaguely explained. But I think I got it, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. But back to what we were talking about before with podcasts. Like, I was talking to my mom about this the other day. Like, how, like, you can't fake, like... All of the freaking news now is whether it's right or left, it's all fucking faked, and like so much of it at least, and like podcasts is like it's very like I've never seen an example of anyone faking a podcast because it's just like
you can't, especially when you're pressured.
Yeah, it's just an organic conversation. Like it's pretty impossible. I feel like I don't know. I mean, maybe. Like,
maybe if you're like a guest on a podcast, you can put on a face. But if you're the host of a podcast, you're doing it all the time.
Yeah,
and it's like your livelihood.
Right.
Eventually, if you were putting on a face, eventually you would have to slip out at some point. You can't do 100 podcasts without the real you showing at least once.
Right, exactly. I feel like the only way that like podcasts might get a little bit like I don't know if corrupted is a good word for it, but like I don't know, manipulated is like maybe if like bigger corporations start like getting a hold of it and like start realizing that there's
and I think that there are people who do that, like that people have podcasts where they spew false information and stuff.
I'm sure.
But the thing is, anyone can do it. So if anyone can do it, you'll have the bad people, but you'll have the good people too. Like, on like the news, everyone's just like I don't know if they're lying through their teeth, but they're bending the truth to support their narrative.
Yeah, man, and it's just everyone looks like a friggin' Barbie doll, like a G.I. Joe or some shit, like with all their frickin' makeup and their hair just like all done up and and they're always hot. Like, male or female, it's usually an attractive. Like, dude, the first guy that came to thought was that,
David
my
Muir.
God, what was his name?
Is David Muir?
No, maybe?
ABC. He's like the anchor for like the 6 o'clock news.
Is he a black guy?
No.
Dude, there was this super handsome black guy. Like that, I was just like, man, that is a handsome man. Like I always thought it in, like when I was growing up, but I think it's like Fox News or some shit. Because my parents used to watch shit on Fox News.
See, the thing about when you watch Fox News, it's like they get angry on Fox. They get angry. They're like, this is what's happening, and then they spin their narrative, and then they're like, and this is why the left is all wrong.
Yeah,
and then like on like the
they
left
make it
news,
like a TV show, dude.
Yeah, and they get angry. On the left news, they stay calm, but they subtly throw hits at the right. They say things like today was a rough day, and it feels like there were two Americas today. Instead of actively saying the right is wrong here or something like the right does to the left.
Yeah,
they fight in two different ways. It seems like the left is gonna just face you. I mean, the right is gonna face you straight forward and just come at you and say you're a pussy, and the left kind of does it like under the table.
I guess.
They subtly hint at it.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, the news is so freaking corrupt.
It's so freaky that it's this bad.
And it shouldn't be politically motivated.
You cannot trust like any news channels. Like it's supposed to be the news, you know what I mean?
And people try
just
to say,
like what's happening in the world, like the truth.
Yeah.
And it's just not what...
It should be, here are the facts, this is what's happening, you decide how you feel about it. Not, this is what's happening and this is wrong or this is right.
Yeah.
Because I say it is and because I believe it is.
Dude, and you see it everywhere. You see in education, bro. You see like teachers doing it, like... Where, like, I remember I had a history teacher in high school, and she was just always, like, she would just subtly just, like, throw in her input, just every now and then. And it was, like, it wasn't a lot. It wasn't, like, a lot, I guess, but, like, it was just enough to catch on to, and it was enough to piss me off at the time. But yeah, it's just, like, I don't know.
I had some teachers who did that, too, like...
People don't know how to shut up.
Would drop their opinions in there and try to drop them in as facts because they're teachers. Oh,
yeah.
That was something I heard. The thing is that, like, teachers have a degree in, like, teaching. They know how to teach. But they don't know what they're teaching. They just know methods of teaching. They don't know the content.
Really?
So, like, a third grade teacher...
Are you sure about that?
A third grade teacher has to teach common sense. Like, learn nickels and dimes. Like, that's easy. But, say, like, a high school...
I feel like it depends on the subject.
A high school... Alright, yeah, let's say, like, a high school English teacher or something. Like, they were taught how to teach English. But they're going to apply English. Like they know how to teach English. Right?
Yeah.
Wait, I think I confused myself.
Dude, you're confusing me.
It was something I heard. It was like teachers are educated on teaching more than they are on the subject that they will teach. It's like, this is how you teach. These are methods to get through to a child, and then use this lesson plan and just read off of this and then teach your kids and know how to teach.
Yeah, okay, I know what you mean. Like, there's a lot of, like, teachers out there who just, like, read off the curriculum.
Yes.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But then again, I've definitely had my handful
of teachers who actually know their shit.
Yeah. It just varies, I feel like.
I had a history teacher in college who was so into it, and he knew so much, and one day we accidentally mentioned the JFK assassination, and this was U.S. History 1, so we weren't even supposed to be talking about JFK. Like, that's U.S. History 2. And we accidentally mentioned it because we were talking about Abraham Lincoln's assassination. And we just derailed this guy, and he gave us a 30-minute spiel about why he thought the JFK assassination was like a conspiracy. Okay. And then he gave us all these facts and everything. Well,
there's so many conspiracies around there.
It's very interesting. Like, I've seen weird.
Dude, there's some shit that's like, it's like you gotta raise your eyebrow to some stuff.
It's like the Carcano or whatever, that was the gun he used, like, that was a bolt-action piece of trash, and somehow he was able to get off, like, 4 shots in an extremely fast amount of time land 2 of them.
I think what I've heard the most of is that one of the CIA agents in the car with him...
It was a guy who was behind the car, is probably what you're going to say. He was the guy who was running up to try and jump in front of him.
Yeah. And he had an AR or something. And... Wait, maybe this isn't the same thing. Okay, so then, like, what I've always heard is that, like, there was a guy that he got up and he had an AR, and then right when the car, like, took off, he got shot at first by Lee Harvey Oswald.
Yeah.
And then he got up to take out his AR. And then when he got up or some shit, I don't know exactly, but, like, the car took off, and then he frickin' fell, and then pulled the trigger, and then popped off, frickin'. And that was the bullet that... Because there was always, like, in the footage, you see his head like go the other way.
It's like a melon. Oh yeah. It's like he gets hit, but he jolts in like an unnatural direction. Like if he was shot from behind, his head should have jolted in
exactly.
Like
and that's like the I guess the evidence slightly backing it, but that was like I feel like I've heard that a bunch of times, and there was like a lot of.
There's also something else really weird was where like when they brought him in, they found like a perfectly preserved round, just like fell off of his jacket, and they're like, wow, this round is perfectly preserved. There's no dents or anything, and it connects Lee Harvey Oswald to the murder. I mean, it just fell off his jacket. Like, how does a bullet strike a man and not have a slightest dent?
Dude, I think what that was, because I went through like a little phase where I was like kind of researching shit about it, but that was so long ago. So like it's like, I don't know, washy. My memory's washy, but like there was something where like someone swapped a bullet, and I think that's what that might have been. Like,
conspiracy.
Yeah.
See, when I was in high school, I had a Homeland Security class, and we watched an entire documentary on this, and it seemed like the documentary seemed to me like it was able to debunk every single conspiracy. Really? And I was like, holy shit, like maybe. But then my teacher started talking, and I was like, holy shit, like I don't know. Like the case is open. Like I do not know.
I know.
I do not have answers.
That's the thing. That's how, dude, you can just go into loops with that shit. Yeah. You ever just like just go down the dark alley of YouTube and just like hours just spent just watching videos.
And then there's that whole thing with the assassination where it's like Lincoln was shot in Ford's Theater and Kennedy was shot while driving in a Lincoln.
Crazy.
Kennedy's assassinator was found in a warehouse. Killed him in a warehouse and found in a theater, and Lincoln's assassinator killed him in a theater and was found in a warehouse. Like, and there's all these different things.
Really?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's so fucking weird.
There's like all these different ways that they were able to connect.
Jeez, man.
Yeah.
That's so weird. Yep. I feel like that might just be coincidence. Yeah. But like
there was something else too where it was like one of Lee Harvey Oswald's brothers or something, like his older brother.
Yeah.
Like I forget what he did. He like grabbed some man out of the road just before he got hit by a car or something. And that turned out to be like Abraham Lincoln's son. So Lee Harvey Oswald's brother saved Abraham Lincoln's son, and then Lee Harvey Oswald's brother killed Abraham
Dude,
Lincoln.
I wish we could fact check all of this.
Yeah.
We're coming out with so much random bullshit.
That is like... Alright, so there's some iteration of that story. It's like he like saved his brother or saved his dad or saved his son. I don't know. It's one of those things, but that is like... It is like partially...
That's crazy. If that's true, that's crazy.
Yeah.
God. Small world, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, imagine that though. You save the person's life of another family, and then your family member just takes the life of another person in that family. And just out of completely like random possibility, you just happen to save this guy.
Yeah.
And then death comes back to take a different member of the family.
Crazy. Dude, I did not know Dave Filoni directed Avatar, and neither did you.
The Last Airbender.
And I think we should talk about it.
No, I did not know that. and then you started pointing out all these subtle hints where he had like the arrow on his arm.
Yeah.
And I was like, I never...
Mando. What's his freaking name? I can't believe
Din Djarin, right?
Injar? Din Djarin?
Yeah.
Word.
I think.
It's a weird name.
Sounds like a Star Wars name.
Yeah. I like Grogu's name. Baby Yoda. Like I was annoyed.
Do you like Grogu or Baby Yoda?
I like Grogu.
I like Baby Yoda.
I don't. Like that was always annoying for me. Like cuz I was like it's not Yoda. but yeah, that's why like I already forgot his name. Just gonna call him Mando.
Okay.
He has a blue arrow on his hand or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, it's so like, I mean, I hated Legend of Korra, but I loved The Last Airbender, and I just like, I don't know, I just never, I don't know.
And there were so many hints like that too that Dave Filoni did. Like, I always remembered
Sergeant Appa.
What was Appo?
Oh, it was Appo?
Sergeant Appo. But I remember seeing him in the Clone Wars, and he had an arrow on his helmet. I was like, yeah, that's like Avatar.
Yeah.
And I never connected that.
Yeah, man.
Wasn't there another one too?
Crazy.
It was that. It was
then
the arrow.
Oh, and then in Legend of Korra, which I didn't like, again, but there's a wolf. I don't really remember because I didn't really watch it.
I watched it, so I'm trying to think.
There was a wolf, and it had on it Rex's.
It was like Rex's. Yeah.
Yeah,
right,
like the weird, I don't know, symbols that
pattern,
are on his helmet.
The pattern on his helmet.
But But yeah, it was like a tribute, I guess, to Rex. But yeah, that was cool. But yeah, I mean, well, dude, there were so many like. I mean, he did a kick-ass job, like, with Last Airbender. What can I say?
Has he made anything bad?
I don't know.
Well, I know he's made.
Dude, have you ever seen?
A lot of good things.
Have you ever seen there's an interview of it's him and George Lucas.
Wait, are you talking about the one where it's the Clone Wars? His favorite Clone Wars?
Yeah. And Georgie's just like, yeah, my favorite is the droid one. What was it?
I don't remember what it was called, but it was the one with like Colonel Gas.
It was so bad. I mean, the ending was cool because he got to meet Gregor.
That was the only part that was cool. Everything else was so stupid. Stupid.
But Dave Filoni's freaking
his response.
He's just like, yeah, that was
like you could see it on his face. Like when he said it, he was like, yeah. That was it was definitely a unique storyline.
Yeah, good old George. Yeah. Yeah, it's weird that I loved. Well, I didn't really like you too. You said this too. You didn't really really love Avatar when you were growing up. It was just like if it was on. Yeah.
And then at some point it was like, wait, let me just like watch that over. And then I started watching it again. I was like, Jesus, this is great. Like through that we got Secret Tunnel. Like, yeah. That's like.
And it's so weird that like I love Star Wars. And I love that.
And we had no idea they were connected.
And then it's just like, boom. Yeah. It's so weird.
Wasn't there something else he made, too?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, he's making the, the Bad Batch. And I gotta say, the Bad Batch ended really well.
I didn't see it.
Really?
Yeah.
Alright, well, I won't talk about it. I'll say, like, the middle of the season... like kind of slowed down a little bit for me and picked up at some points. There were some episodes that just weren't that great, but I thought that it was still like a really good show, and like I was very excited. Like I'm excited to see the next season.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's cool to see all the like just the transition from clones.
It's cool to see like the downfall, like how much the clones were used.
It's crazy. Yeah.
And you saw the episode on like what's that planet Twi'lek? What's that planet?
Is that the training?
No, the Twi'leks. What the hell is their planet? Ryloth. Ryloth. That's the one with like Hera and like.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I
loved it how they like.
I thought that was cool how that.
Yes, I loved it too because it finally like started shining on the clones. Like after without the Clone Wars, it kind of made the clones just look terrible. Like the movies just made the clones look horrible, like awful, and then when they put the clones in the Clone Wars, and you watch the Clone Wars, like, you got to know the clones, and it was, like, heartbreaking to watch the third movie again, knowing the clones. And then when they put this in there, it makes it that much better, because you're like, you know these clones, you know these guys, they're great guys, and seeing them being able to fight back. They just got fucked. Yeah.
They just got fucked.
They were victims.
Yeah.
But having been able to see them able to fight back, it just felt so much better because these guys were good guys.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, like, you could tell immediately as the episode started because since the beginning, like, or since the Empire took over, like, all the clones had, like, regular armor, and you didn't get any names, and they were all just assholes.
Yeah.
But then, like, as soon as they introduced this clone, he's still got unique armor. He still has a conscience. He's still, like, different than all the other ones.
Yeah, his armor was kind of cool.
Yeah,
it was like a neon,
it was like Aqua almost.
Yeah.
And you can immediately tell that he had some sort of significant role just by his armor and how he talk.
Yeah. It's such a difference between like the first like couple seasons of like the Clone Wars, where like the clones are like these heroes that are like going to these planets and like liberating like the separatists, like freaking like holds, and I don't know. But like, and then all the way just fast forward to Bad Batch. It's just like it's just flipped. Yeah. It's so crazy.
It's like they flipped the switch.
Yeah. Exactly.
George agrees.
It makes a valid point. Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's so crazy how like they so quickly just got rid of the paint in their armor, and how quickly they removed the clones.
I thought that was weird. Like, did they just get rid of all the freaking...
Like, they just painted over it in white or whatever.
Really?
Because the Empire wanted to discourage individuality.
Yeah.
Which is nuts, because, like, and it's so weird to see how the Switch just made them, like, totally fine with it, because the individuality is kind of what defined them, and they were so quick to give it up. I mean, granted, it was against their will.
The inhibitor chips, like... It
was against their will.
Made them, yeah.
Well, not all of them, which was really sick to see.
I know.
It was sick to see when what the hell is that guy's name? Hauser. He was like, I'm not doing this anymore. And he dropped his gun, and like half the clones that were there also dropped their gun.
Yeah. That was, yeah. Because then it was like, shit.
That's like what gave you hope, because you want to love these clones.
Yeah.
You want to love the clones. When you see them all drop their blasters like that, it's like sick.
Because you got to think, like, what happened to all of them afterwards?
What do they do now? Like, now that they're being phased out, where do they go?
They're just like...
They're victims.
Yeah. Yeah, they were just phased out.
I've heard, like, in Legends, like, some of them are, like apparently Cody stays with the Empire till his death, and I think he died on the first, like, Death Star.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, and he always hated the new, like, non-clone troopers.
Crazy.
He was like, they're inferior and they suck, and they did.
Yeah.
Clones were specifically bred for battle.
Sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how they talk about that in like the original trilogy. Like in like Family Guy, they do like the
yeah, dude.
And they're like, why am I never hitting anything? And the guy's like, I hit a squirrel once.
Oh my god. Yeah, because it was always like Luke and like the gang just like always getting away, and there's just a million blasters just like around them, and they never hit them.
In no way did I like the original or the sequel trilogy. The first movie was okay, but like it was like, you know, it was a copy. But it was so funny when Han's just like shooting, and then he just doesn't even look, and he just shoots, and he ends up just hitting a stormtrooper.
Yeah.
And he's like, what the heck? Like.
Oh, that's your bone.
It was just like a funny little reminder of how easy it was to kill stormtroopers in the original.
Yeah. Dude, there's so much like in like movies and just art in general, there's so much like...
Oh, Sarge wants attention.
Yeah, hi Long.
He's like, look, I got a bone.
Dude, how doesn't he swallow that?
Dude, I feel like one day he probably will. And he'll be like, eh.
For people who can't see, he's like eating this like little 3-inch bone, and he's like...
And he's like, it's like going down his throat.
Anyway.
And he's like having such a fun time.
What I was going to say is, there's so much like in art and like film in general. There's so much like, I don't know how to put it, like, I don't know, reenacting, I guess, of like history that has taken place in our world, like World War II. Like, there's so much in Star Wars that... Like
the Emperor's Rise is kind of like Hitler's rise.
It's like so like mimicked, like in whenever like in like there's so many scenes in Star Wars where like they're doing like their I don't know, their rallies or whatever. And they have like their speeches where they're like really like, I don't know, very like intense about what they're saying.
And the stormtroopers are supposed, like, their armor is supposed to like look kind of like Nazi stormtrooper armor.
Yeah.
Like the helmets and like, you know how like
they carry
the
like
gas mask canister on their back.
Yeah.
And the officers. Yeah.
Oh, I never really realized the freaking canisters.
Yeah. Yeah, the in World War II, the Nazis had the little gas mask canister on their back.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah. And their helmets, too, kind of look like stormtrooper helmets a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
It has the same, like...
idea.
Like, you know, yeah. It's so weird how that works. And same thing I was thinking, because I'm rewatching for, like, the millionth time Avatar Last Airbender. It's the same thing with that, with the Fire Nation. Like, in that, it's very... mimicked in a way where like the Fire Nation kind of seems
looks like Nazi Germany.
Yeah.
God,
Something
that was such a good show.
It's so good, dude. Like watching it again for like I don't know how many times I've seen it. Maybe like maybe like 5 I'm on now. I don't know. But dude, I like it's not comparable to Legend of Korra.
Not at all. It sucked. I mean, like, it didn't suck. It was its own thing, but it wasn't as good.
Yeah, it wasn't. And I think a lot of people make excuses for it. But like, they're like, I mean, it's alright.
If you find yourself making excuses, like, you shouldn't have to.
I know, exactly. That's what I've always thought, too.
You know something else? They always say, like, I'm never, like, I rarely take the time to read a book. Alright, take it easy, Sarge. Books have so much more time to tell a story. So they can tell a story so differently.
That's my problem with them.
And so much better, though.
I know, but that's my problem because, like...
Because it takes forever.
Yes.
You can watch a movie in 2 hours. You can read a book in... Like, if you sent it, you can read a book in a couple days. Like,
dude, it's like... I started reading Game of Thrones.
That's a big book, too.
I think, like, my brother got it for me for Christmas. It is a fucking big book.
Yeah.
But, I started reading it, and it was like, dude, I was like 150 pages in, and I was like probably like equivalent to like episode 4. And I was like, fuck this. I'm not doing this. It's just not worth it. I don't want to have that much fucking time, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, there's some books that they kind of get it right, where like they're not that long, and like I don't know. I feel like some authors...
for some people are just readers. Like, I'm not a reader. True. I'm dyslexic, so I hate reading.
Yeah.
But like some people, like my brother when he was younger, he used to love reading. Like, he would read 700-page books, and he would enjoy reading.
Yeah, same thing with my brother.
No.
Yeah, he would just like be in his room, just like... I've been reading Jocko's book.
Yeah.
Extreme Ownership. Yeah, Extreme Ownership. And that's really, like, dude, honestly, like, I've read a few books before that have to do with, like, I don't know, bettering yourself and just, like, business and entrepreneurship. And like, at, like, most books like that, I feel like they kind of, like, they have a point, and then they say that point for, like, the first, like, 100 pages, and then, like, they just like repeat that point like
it all comes back to
throughout
this.
But honestly, like Jocko's book, it's very like
diverse.
Well, it's very but it's very like I don't know, in like jam packed. I feel like it's like it's not like the point just kind of keeps going. Like there's just so much like information, like really good, like useful shit that he's learned.
He's a very intellectual guy too. He's a smart guy. I was listening to his podcast it's probably over a year ago by now, maybe, or about a year ago, where he's interviewing a Holocaust survivor. And I thought that this was so interesting because he would never mean to do this, but when he was speaking about it, she was talking about what it was like in the camps, and then he said, "Oh, that's kind of like how it's like in the military." And then she's like, it's not like that. And, like, for a second there, it sounded like he just, like, totally mischaracterized. Like, said a Nazi camp is just, like, boot camp or something.
Yeah.
But he's so intellectual and good with his words that he was just better able to explain his point of view, or, like, his example. And then just make it completely understandable. And, like, that is not at all what he's trying to say. He's not trying to bullshit his way out of this. Like,
yeah.
So she was like, that's not what the Nazi camps were like. And then he's like, okay, that's not what I meant. What I meant was in the military, they do all these things to take away your individuality. In the concentration camps, they did all these things to take away your humanity. And then she's like, yes, that's exactly it. And then they just continued on. But for a second, it sounded like she was comparing boot camp to a Nazi concentration, or a Jewish death camp.
I feel like that has to do with just, like, maturity.
Yeah.
And just, like, because, like, an immature person would not know.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, they would not know how to avoid that.
Yeah.
Like, and they would just, like, I just had, like, one of my friends, like, he just went through, like, some shit where, like, he got, like, punched by his roommate, and, like, I just, like, I don't know, I feel like I've been in, like, a handful of, like, not like, I don't know, crazy fights, but just, like, I've been in a handful of fights, like, I don't know. But, that, I just, like, kept saying to him, I was like, dude, I just think everyone just needed to cool off, man. Just, like, dude, I say that all the time. That was it.
Dude, you like, know how I am, too. Like, I'm not really good at being angry, because I just, like, don't see the practicality of it. Yeah. Like, when I get angry, I get tired, because I'm using all this energy being angry. I'm like, why do I want to use this energy? Exactly. Like, I could use this energy to do something more fun. Like, in the end, like, okay, someone wronged me or whatever. Like, that was fucked up. I'm just going to stay away from them.
Yeah.
Because it's not worth the energy, you know?
Yeah.
It's not worth the energy to be like, you suck, and now we're going to get into arguments, and now we're going to just tear each other apart or something.
Dude, me and my fam, I'll talk about this a little bit, but me and my family, like, just, like, because of quarantine, bro, I feel like a lot of people might, like, get this. Just,
it's cabin
like,
fever.
Like, yeah, man. Yeah. I'm so sick of my family, and they're so sick of me, bro. Yeah. Like, I feel like, yeah.
From quarantine, I mean, like, last year I got back to school, so I wasn't stuck with my family the whole time.
Yeah.
So, like, we were, like, okay. And also, like, when I was stuck here in, like, the spring, what was that, spring 20? I spent a lot of time out of the house, either working out or fishing.
Yeah.
So I spent so much time, like, on my own that, like, I just didn't get the cabin fever because we weren't around each other all the time. I was always keeping myself occupied, you know?
Yeah, dude. I think, like, because, dude, like, for a little bit, like, the world was, like, kind of looking like it was kind of leading to, like, a little normacy, like, you know, but I don't know, now it's kind of, I don't know, but I think now I just gotta, like, I just gotta get out of the house more often.
Well, this leads back to the media thing.
You know?
So, people say, like, things aren't going back to normal or whatever. What the media has been pushing was, what they were pushing in the beginning in, like, March of last year and stuff, or I guess this year, March of this year, whatever. But both. Mainly March of 20. They're pushing COVID deaths. Yeah. All these COVID deaths, this, COVID deaths, that. Because the media, you know, they get views and they get their power from people watching. And then things start to chill out. Yeah. It's not as compelling anymore, right? So, they, you know, instead of saying all these COVID deaths, because COVID deaths have dramatically dropped lately. So now they're saying COVID cases. COVID cases are on the rise. COVID cases this, COVID cases that, instead of COVID deaths. To keep the drama going, because...
Really?
Because when people live in fear, they're going to watch the news.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying COVID's nothing, but...
No, right. Yeah. But it's just, like, the fact that the media has the urge to, like, continue that, like...
Yeah.
Negativeness.
And it's like if you're healthy, if your body is healthy, and you are healthy and you treat your body well and you don't have any comorbidities, like diabetes or cancer or something, if you don't have any of that, chances are, or you're below 65
should be all right.
Chances are you will be fine.
Yeah.
Like, some people get messed up cases, but for the most part, I think I heard something like total 48 people died from the virus without any comorbidities. So they were healthy people, died from the virus under the age of 20.
Yeah.
So young people are, for the most part, safe. 48 people.
Yeah.
You know? Maybe that was a country, maybe that was the whole world, I don't remember.
Dude, even like then that leads into like fucking like why the fuck are we closing schools if like young people like get over it?
Well, that's the whole thing where they're like, well, you don't want to kill your grandma. It's because
right,
why? You know
true.
why? It's because it's what's in. It's cool. It's cool to be like, and this is the thing that drives me nuts. All these people are like, this is the healthy thing to do. Get vaccinated, wear your mask or whatever. I'm vaccinated, I'll wear a mask if I have to. But I'm just saying, like, people are pushing this, and it's like, wait a minute. Do you eat healthy? Like, when did you start caring about health?
Yeah.
At what point were you like, we have to do the healthy thing?
Right.
Was it when your party started saying we have to do it? Or was it like your entire life you were always trying to eat healthy, you were always trying to take care of your body, and now you're like, this is the best thing? Or is it just, my party says to do this, so
Dude,
everyone else...
It's so much of just like, my team is like, my I'm just going to follow my team.
Yeah. And it's freaking annoying when someone who's a fat ass is telling you how to be healthy. Some fat ass person is sitting there on the TV like eating a donut saying, you guys aren't healthy enough, you need to get vaccinated, you need to wear a mask, that'll make you healthy.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, how about you come out and do some push-ups and a run with me, and then we'll eat some freaking fruit and vegetables.
Dude.
That'll make me healthy.
Dude, and now I'm hearing that like apparently the vaccines, over time they become less like...
Yeah, now they want a third shot. A booster shot. Because it's not it's not a traditional vaccine, it's gene therapy. It's not what you think of when you hear vaccine. Like, I think we've talked about this before. Like, when you get the Hep B vaccine or something, you cannot get Hep B. That's that's what a traditional vaccine is.
Yeah.
This, you get it, the vaccine, and all it really does, it doesn't stop you from getting the virus. It may lower your chance. Actually, it doesn't anymore because of the new Lambda and Mu variant or whatever. All it does, this vaccine does, is lessen your symptoms, or give it a chance that it'll lessen your symptoms.
Really?
And it lessens mortality. That's all it does. It doesn't stop you from getting the virus. It doesn't prevent you from spreading the virus. You can still get it. You can still spread it. You're really not safe. I mean, you're safe. Like,
no,
you're fine.
I know.
If you're healthy, you're fine. But the thing is, the vaccine doesn't make you safe.
Dude, my big thing is that just like, as soon as you start giving the fucking government like your rights, they don't give them back. So let's say, okay, there's so many people like there's like, I don't know, just let people on the left saying like their argument is that the vaccine is like, it's fine, like take it, like everyone should get vaccinated, like that's their argument. Let's say that this vaccine is fine. Mm-hmm. You just gave the government like permission to force everyone to take something, like, and you can't say no because, like, dude, at most schools now they're like, you have to get vaccinated. The army requires it now. People are getting
and you know what's ridiculous about this is that people who had COVID and recovered from it, the antibodies from having COVID are up to 6 times stronger than the antibodies that you get from the virus. So these people are more protected when they have had COVID and recovered. They're more protected than people with the vaccine. Yet those people, say in New York, wouldn't be allowed to do what other people can do because they're not vaccinated, even though they're more protected.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, New York has these
I know, New York
passes
is fucked
now. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, and it's what that's like is like, it's like, well, I did it, so you should too.
I know.
You know?
It's so fucking annoying. Yeah. Like, I got vaccinated because I thought I was going back to school, and I didn't. Yeah, man, it's just because, like, dude, like
it's creating a tier system. It's like there's one tier of people who are allowed to do everything, and then there's another tier of people who aren't allowed to do everything because they didn't do something that the other tier did.
Right. Yeah, man.
And it's like,
dude, let's say it, like I was gonna say before, like, let's say exactly.
He gets it.
If there's, like, let's say you just gave the government permission to force you to take something. Well, let's say it is okay. Okay, fine, the left people, it is okay. Okay, fine. But in the future, let's say something else happens.
Where does it stop?
And then fucking they do fucking make you take some shit, and then that's not okay.
Yeah.
Like you don't get that right back, man.
Yeah.
Like that's what people don't understand.
It's like
just because they want their team to win.
Other people in the world, like around the world, like different countries and stuff. Like, America sees the Constitution. The Constitution is our God-given rights.
Yeah.
Other people see the rights that they were given as granted by their government.
I know.
We see it as God-given.
And that it can, like, be altered.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and the government can take it away. We see it as it is given to us by God, and the government cannot touch it.
Yeah. It's human rights, man.
Yeah.
Like, you're born with them.
Yeah, unalienable rights.
Yeah, man. Crazy.
And like you said, like, it's some people who are willing to give up their rights for their side to win.
Yeah. It's so bad, man.
Yeah, we live in crazy times. I feel like as long as we got people debating it, though, like, I'd rather people be debating it than not and just letting it happen. Which is what is happening in other places, like Canada, how they're, like, and Australia with complete lockdown. They're like, yeah, we've only had a couple people die. Well, it's like, people aren't allowed to leave their homes, you know?
It's like so bad there.
Yeah, their lives have stopped.
It's okay here though. It's like,
great.
Dude, look at
like,
it there.
And they're like, think about their cabin fever. They're like, we're having a great time.
Dude, oh my god. I would hate living there.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, my parents are so sick of me. And I'm so sick of them.
I don't see my parents enough. Like, I mean, like, I see them enough for us to be fine.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm not sick.
I know.
Like,
I need to just get out of the house.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
And even when I am in the house, like, if I'm in my room, like, I'm just, like, I'm not bothering them. And I'm not, like...
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm just kind of, like, on my own.
Yeah.
And then when they want to see me, they can see me and everything's fine.
Yeah.
It's just when you see someone too much.
I know, dude. That's it, man. It's just like... oh, yeah. I don't know. Dude, because I've been working on some... I'm going to plug some stuff right now.
Yeah?
I've been working on some new stuff. I've been keeping a little busy. And that's how I've been kind of staying away from my folks. But, we're working on some new clothes. We're going to get the website back up for Distinct. We're working on, I think, like, a few new items that we're going to put up, along with some old stuff that we're going to put up. And then, we're putting that up in the fall, which it's fall now, so, like, soon. But, and then, we're doing a couple more, I don't know, stuff that you'll find out, in the winter, for, like, a winter drop. But yeah.
Word.
Yeah.
And more stuff is in, like, clothing or stuff?
Clothing.
Oh, okay.
Got it. Yeah. Hats, hoodies, t-shirts.
Yo, last time I went to...
I want to do socks, but...
Yeah.
I really... Like, you know, I got, like, those fancy, like, socks, you know, but...
Yo, when you go to, like, Ocean City and, like, Cape May and LBI and, like, Belmar or whatever, all of the like, shops and outlets and everything, all the restaurants have stickers, you know, like Pliables.
Yeah.
Or freaking a coffee company down there, or, like, Surf Taco.
Yeah.
And they just leave them out there for free. And then people, like, it's a cool sticker, so you slap it on the back of their car or on their laptop or on their water bottle or something.
Right.
And then now that logo is everywhere.
Yeah.
Stickers are an excellent way of marketing.
I know. Yeah, I've been talking about doing stickers.
Yeah. Stickers.
They're decals.
Exactly. Like, look at the back of your laptop is covered.
Yeah,
in
this
stickers.
laptop is covered. Yeah. There's a bunch of stuff.
And that's just like a great way to market.
Yeah.
You print out a shit ton of stickers, give them out. People slap them on because they look cool.
You know what's cool is when you see like guitars with stickers on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a travel guitar type of thing.
Yeah.
Like the guy, like
really beat up.
Like the guy who's got like 18-inch long hair, and he's like, "Yo, man, I've been around the whole world like 6 times."
Yeah, he drives a
one of those Volkswagen vans.
Oh man.
And he's got the guitar with all the stickers on it. It's beat up, and sings the campfire song.
Dude, my dad used to have a van like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad's friend has a van like that. I see him in it all the time. He used to have a really nice one, and then he sold it and got a really shitty one. He's gonna make the really shitty one a nice one.
Dope.
Yeah. That's what he does. He makes them nice and stuff.
Dude, I'm excited. I want to work on my boat this winter.
Dude, I want to do it too. It'd be cheap and be fun. The only thing is that wood is expensive now, like plywood. But I mean, like,
everything's expensive.
A sheet of plywood for like $40 or $50 or whatever. Like, that's not terrible.
I feel like the wood is the worst. But bro, like, I already have so much shit. I have a trolling motor.
Yeah.
That I got for free. I have electronics that I got for free. Yeah. I have, like, I feel, yeah. I don't know, like, what else?
Dude, we're gonna tackle fall musky fishing this year.
I have the motor. I have a 9.9. Yeah, dude, I'm excited for muskie.
In the fall, we'll fish, and in the winter, we'll work on the boat, and then, well, at some point, I'll have to hopefully leave if I get, into academy.
Yeah.
I did my interview at Atlantic, and I'll hear back from them soon, hopefully.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
That's dope.
Yeah. But, the fall, we're gonna fish. We're gonna musky fish.
Yeah, man.
It's like bass fishing. Like, we've talked about this. Like, bass fishing was so fun until you started musky fishing. And it just ruined bass fishing.
Right.
Every once in a while, you catch a big one and be like, wow. But,
I know.
It's nothing like a muskie, man.
No, dude. Like, when we were fishing, like, yeah, dude, you put it perfectly, pretty much. Like, when we were fishing the last weekend, no, the weekend prior, right? No.
Like, not last weekend, the weekend before.
Yeah. Dude, like, whenever, like, we would see a fish and, like, we would just go silent.
Yeah.
Like, that, like, moments like that is why I love musky fishing, because it's just, like, it's so intense.
Yeah.
And, like, the stakes are so much higher, because, like, you only see a couple fish, like,
And then I lost that one bass, and I, was like, damn, whatever. I just kept going. If it was a muskie, I would have been like, fuck.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what's cool about it is that it's very it's a very goal driving thing to do.
Yeah.
And
because the reward is so great.
Yeah.
And it's not easy to get it.
Yeah, like,
but when you do, it's unbelievably fulfilling.
That's what I love about it. Yeah. Cuz like normal fishing, like, I don't know. I mean, I love bass fishing still.
Bass fishing's fun. It's just like, once you musky fish, like, it's just never the same.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The stakes are just so much higher.
Yeah.
But
and losing a muskie
awesome.
is like the worst thing.
Yeah, man.
Especially when it's at the boat. It's cuz like it takes forever to hook one. Once you got him, once you're fighting him.
Yeah.
Once you're hooked in, you're like I can't mess this up.
Yeah.
And then even sometimes it's out of your control and you just lose him, but like
it's like I get
it took you that long to hook in.
Like, every time I catch a muskie, I get the same feeling I always get. Like, it's just like this like rush of just
dopamine.
Yeah, straight up, exactly.
Raw power.
But it's just like, dude, honestly, it's so weird. Like, whenever I catch one, like, and then I release it, I almost have this like urge to almost in a way like put down the rod and just be like, all right, cool.
Like we did this. Let's get out of here before.
Yes, like exactly. It's weird. Like I remember my personal best is a 47, and I remember I caught that fish, and I remember like getting up to cast again. I felt weird. I was like,
you're like that last cast was great, so this next cast is almost not gonna be.
Yeah, I was like, it was so weird.
I need to get some suics.
I do too.
I need to get I do not have enough of this.
Dude, you know my dad found that lure, the big jerk. I'm gonna bleep out that name. I'm literally gonna bleep out that name.
What lure? Wait,
the one that I broke. Say it. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, he found it on eBay.
Like the same color?
It's different. It's like black and silver.
Did he get it, or is he in a bidding war?
No, he got it. Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm definitely bleeping out that name. I'm not sure how many people muskie fish.
But it's not. You're not gonna take that chance.
Nah. Yeah.
That's dude, it's like with all the secret baits. Like Suic, you can drop that because it's like the poster boy for musky baits.
Dude, you know in Canada they tried outlawing Suics.
What?
I swear to God.
Dude, that's illegal.
I swear to God because they were catching so much muskies.
Really?
Yeah.
That's like a stupid.
And they were just like, you can't do that. So, yeah.
You can use a bobber instead.
I think it was Canada. Yeah, it was Canada. It was something like that.
Dude. That's messed up.
It's either outlaw, it was something like, I don't know, some regulation.
It's such a strange bait, dude. It's just, it literally just like it's like.
Yeah, but
like,
dude.
why does that catch fish?
Like, dude, you can get them, if you like get the
tail, you
tail
gotta bend it, yeah.
Dude, you can get them to dance. You gotta, what the proper like Suic dance that you want to get is like you want to get it to like go down, but you want to not just going straight.
Kind of like goes like that.
Yeah. So you want to like have it kind of going off to the side and then going off to the right and then the left, but yeah.
And then just kind of slowly floats back up, but like in that, angle, head down.
Yeah, dude. It's like, yeah, man. Musky fishing, like. I feel like that, like, fishing, I don't know. There's a lot of types of fishing that, like, it's not very hard to do, so it's not very, like, rewarding. So, like, you kind of just do it. And
then, like, say if you were a bluegill fisherman.
Or crappie.
You got nothing
like
to worry
trout.
about. Yeah.
I mean, trout is,
depending on the trout fishing.
Depending, yeah.
If you're in Colorado, it's, like, you're catching,
different.
You're not fishing.
Yeah. But, like musky fishing, it's so much more like dude, you put so much blood, sweat, and tears.
And there are plenty of days where you go home skunked.
But then when you finally like,
dude, I spend so much money on musky gear, and then the first time I catch them, I spent so much money on like a new rod and reel and baits and stuff. Yeah. And then that first musky just makes it every penny worth it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then when you get a second musky on, it's like you're making money.
Yeah.
It's like you're out of the hole.
Yeah. Yeah. We got one, me and my dad and his friend went out and we got one that was like so tiny. We didn't even, I think we wanted, it was probably like 27 inches or something. Yeah. But, dude, it was weird when it hit. It was jumping so much that I thought it was a giant. So I like grabbed the net really fast, and then it just like it was just like, and then it just died. It didn't die, but like it just like stopped fighting, and
it's kind of like the freaking dinkers at Round Valley.
Yeah, but
don't stand a chance.
Yeah,
freaking small muskie doesn't stand a chance against like 60-pound braid.
Yeah, because it's just like a little. It's pretty much just like a pickerel.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
27's a bit big.
Yeah.
But like still.
Yeah. It was a beautiful fish though. It had great colors on it.
Yeah.
And then I missed one. I just it just short striked it, but
it's just exciting to catch it like with muskie. Like if you catch a 30, like a 30 small, but like once you hit like the 30s, that's where it starts getting like rewarding.
Yeah.
Like if I catch a 30, like it's not a big muskie, but you bet I'm excited.
Well, it's crazy though when like people like up north who just like have so much water to fish. And they're just like, oh yeah, 30, 33, that's all right, okay. And like, I don't know, like they don't get very pumped up about it, but I don't know, I guess they're used to it.
Yeah,
but,
well, I mean, muskie do better up north, like.
So, yeah.
All those lakes.
But dude, there are some huge muskies down south, like in Virginia.
Depends on where you are, yeah.
Not too far down south, but, yeah, Virginia, Tennessee, there's a lot of muskies there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I hear it's big, like, river fishing there, right?
Huh?
River fishing?
What, like in Virginia?
Muskies?
Yeah. Yeah. But they also have a lot of lakes there. Like there's, in Tennessee, there's Milton Hill, where, I might end up going there.
Yeah.
On a trip. But yeah, there are a lot of like little small rivers, like they're little and small, and they're like what we fish like here, but like there's fucking muskie in them. It's crazy. But yeah.
Yeah, and we have big muskies here, but it's just I feel like the pressure gets to them in a small lake.
Yeah, a lot of the bodies of water.
Yeah.
That are around here are tiny, and those, it's just like a lot of people hitting the exact same bodies of water over and over.
Yep.
So
you don't need a lot of musky fishermen. You just need a couple of them that do it a lot.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
And then they hammer the shit out of a small pond.
Yeah.
And then the fish get too pressured.
Yeah.
That's why, like, freaking Green Bay's, like... I mean, Green Bay's even gets really pressured up there because everyone goes there to muskie fish.
Yeah.
It's big on muskie fishing. So, like
everyone in the country is just like, that's where you go.
So they go to Green Bay, and Green Bay gets hella pressure, even though it's so big. But the thing is, there's so much water that the fish get huge.
Yeah.
But they're hard to catch up there.
Yeah.
But when you catch them, it's always a big reward because they're big fish.
Dude, I want to go to St. Clair so bad.
Yeah.
For both muskie and smallmouth.
Yeah, I heard it's good up there. I mean, for smallmouth too.
Dude, like that'd just be a blast.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Turn like a spawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Friggin' finesse
when they're
style.
Fat and heavy.
Big old 6 friggin' pound smallmouth.
Yeah. Dude, that one smallmouth that I caught on the river, if it was during spawning, it would have been a 5.
You think?
The thing was,
it did look.
I mean, I've caught my largemouth was 5.5 pounds. It was the same length.
Well, so yeah, but smallmouth and largemouth have different.
Well, when you look at it, it wasn't fat.
That's what I was gonna say.
That's what
it did look.
If it was carrying eggs, it would have been a lot more.
It was long, but it was kind of skinny for his length.
It was wide, but it wasn't fat.
Yeah. But actually, smallmouth and largemouth have different weight
body
proportions. Yeah. So like, I think it has to do with their muscles. Yeah. So like, smallmouth, like that's why they fight so much harder. They're a lot more, built fish. They have a lot more muscles. Especially
when they spend their whole life in a river. They're just swimming up current their entire life.
Yeah, river fish are total different.
Even so though, when you fight a river largemouth versus a river smallmouth, the smallmouth always fight harder.
Oh yeah.
It's just how they're built.
Dude, I love smallmouth.
Yeah.
They're so much fun.
And they're beautiful.
Dude, I was talking to Jack about this. I want to catch 2 fish that are on my bucket list are grouper and tarpon.
What kind of grouper?
Probably Goliath.
Those things are huge.
Like that would be so cool.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I wonder. I mean, I don't know if people eat those. I wouldn't, but I mean, like those things are big.
Yeah, dude.
It's a big fish.
Yeah.
I want to catch.
That's like, what can you catch? You can't catch anything bigger, man.
Well, what about a marlin or a tuna?
I mean, I guess.
I don't know if a tuna.
But
is
like, you
that
tell
big.
people like, yeah, dude, I caught a Goliath grouper. They're just like, fuck, dude.
Yeah, you tell them I caught a tuna. It's like the first fish they'll think of.
Yeah, yeah. Dude, that'd be so cool. But dude, tarpon. Have you ever seen people fly fish for tarpon?
Nah.
It's fucking crazy, dude. Yeah. They're like, cause they go up like little like rivers and canals. So they like these people take these. I don't know a whole lot about it, and even fly fishing in general is just a total different like world compared to like normal fishing. But like they take these little rafts, and I think they have like, I don't know, maybe paddles on their feet. I didn't see exactly how he was moving around, but like it looked like he was able to control like how he was moving with his feet, and he was just in this little raft that like wrapped around him, and he was just like fly fishing.
Those are called belly boats.
That's what they're called?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's how my uncle fishes for trout in Colorado.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yep.
Oh, that's really sick.
He just sits in the belly boat and floats down river and fly fishes.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, these guys, they do that, and they go up these freaking canals or rivers or whatever, wherever these tarpon go up, because I think they go up to spawn, maybe? I don't know. I don't know too much about it.
Yeah.
But, dude, they literally, because like fly fishing, it's literally, you're so much just like, it's just, you're just like in the fish's like, I don't know how to describe it, like,
you're in their world.
Yeah. Like that fish is controlling you, pretty much. I mean, you're trying to control it.
Yeah, it's different like when you're on a bass boat.
Yeah.
Like when you're in the river, like you're in their world. When you're on a bass boat, you're kind of like...
But even just like the difference of like, because I've fly fished a little bit, like not a lot, but just like the difference of just like...
Totally different.
Like,
it's very different.
Pulling the line versus just like, you know, it's just...
And setting a hook.
Yeah.
Totally different process. It's almost counterintuitive.
Yeah.
That's like, when we were talking about like rivers and stuff is kind of off topic, but I was thinking about it, just kind of popped in my head. It's like sturgeon. Like, I would never fish for sturgeon, but those things are huge.
They're freaking crazy, dude.
They're massive.
Yeah.
And they just sit in like the Delaware.
Yeah.
And they get big. Those things are like dinosaurs.
They are.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Kind of remind me of like
those gnarly spikes.
Like sawfish or something.
Yeah.
Fucking, is that like a shark or something? I don't know. It's a sawfish or something. Right?
Did I ever tell you the story of the fuck? It was the sand shark with my dad and my grandfather.
I don't think so.
All right, so like, I might butcher this story, but I'm gonna do my best.
So we have a track record of that today. So.
So my dad and my grandfather were like surf fishing, for shark, and like, they had caught one, and I guess, I don't know I guess they were like waiting on someone. And they just had this shark just, like, kind of sitting on the beach, just, like, because they were going to, I don't know if they were going to take it and I don't know what they were going to do with it. But, this guy, like, with a gnarly, like, Boston accent, walks up and he's like, hey, you got a sand shack. You got a sand shack. And he takes his rod and he, like, goes to poke it. Because, like, I guess I don't know a lot about, like, ocean fishing in general, but I guess sand shark don't have, like, gnarly teeth, but it wasn't a sand shark, and like he was like poking it, and all of a sudden it just like it was like and it just grabs his paw, and he's like and he's like freaking out, and then like my dad and my grandfather are just like laughing, and they're just like, nah, it's not a sand shark. And like his rod was just like, because it was like it was foam, and it was just like trashed. Oh my god.
That was like that one time we were fishing at that lake in Pennsylvania when we were sitting there, because there's the two lakes, and we're sitting at the top lake, not the bottom lake, and the kid walks up, he's like, there's no fish in here. And we're like, okay.
Right.
And like we're like catching like 3-pound largemouth.
Yeah, man.
And he's telling us that there's no fish. I mean, like the kid was like 11, so like, but like why
give him a little bit of a break. But
it was just so funny because we're like literally just...
Yeah, we were just like we didn't even argue. We were just like, all right, man.
I was like, okay. He's like, you should go to the other lake, and we're like, yeah, we'll go there later. Like,
Yeah, man.
And we were slamming fish in the upper lake all week.
Yeah, dude.
There was no method. It was just catch fish.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, coronavirus has fucked up so much shit. It's like even fishing has been like fucked from it.
Yeah, because so many people
Everyone
were like home
wants
so
to fish. It's fucking annoying.
Yeah, dude. When COVID hit, I went to one of the lakes nearby, and there were so many freaking people on it.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. People want to get outside.
That's not bad. It's good. Like, you like to see people out doing stuff. I'd rather see them doing that than sit in front of the TV.
Yeah, that's true.
But then it's like, at the same time, it's like, now these fish are getting really pressured. But like, I would never tell someone not to fish.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a bittersweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool to see more people out on the sport. But then at the same time, it's like, things are going to get harder.
Yeah. And you get people that don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Or people who are assholes.
Yeah. Dragging muskies up onto the beach and shit and like... Yeah.
Or like you see it every once in a while where some guy's like pissed off because like they're like, "Hey, you're coming too close to me."
Yeah.
Like that one time we were at RV.
I've had, dude.
And you like cast it near him, and your dad's like, "Come on, dude! Like, don't cast it near the guy." And you're like, "Oh right, I'm sorry." And then you started reeling it in, and the guy's like, "You come out here to get away from people." And it's like, okay, bro. For one, he regretted the cast and was like, "I'm sorry," and he's bringing it in. For two, we're leaving you alone. For three, you don't own that spot. Like,
plus we weren't even that close.
We were like 200 feet away from the guy.
Yeah.
Like I could not see his face. Like that's how far away he was. Like I could not describe him to you. Just like middle to old.
Yeah, that guy wasn't having a good day.
Yeah. Maybe he got into a fight with the old lady or something.
Maybe, dude. I mean, I get it though. I mean, fishing, like the feeling I get from fishing, it's just like nothing like that's going on in the world is like in my mind. It's just like the only thing that's like happening in my mind is what's happening in front of me.
Yeah.
And like that's all I'm thinking about.
I saw this thing that I was in this Uber on Saturday when I was leaving AC, and I was like, this guy's like talking to us, and he's like, "Look up this video," and I forget what it was called, but I look up this video, and it's like explaining like men and women, and he's like, "This is a man, this is his head, this is what his brain's like, this is boxes, there's all these boxes, this one's cars, this one's fishing, this one's that," or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they're all separate. None of them are connected. So when you're thinking about cars, you're not thinking about money. You're not thinking about, "Oh, if I get this car, it's going to be too expensive." You're not thinking about anything else.
Yeah.
This is the woman's head, and everything's connected. So when you think about the car, it's like, "Oh, that's too expensive," and "Oh, that's not safe," or something. And like, this is like a comedy bit or something. So he's trying to be funny. And then he goes back to the man's head, and he's like, "Over here, the man has one box, and it's his favorite box. It's called the nothing box. And that's where we go. This is the box that we always like to go to. This is why we can do things like fishing." Because we sit there and we go fishing and we think about nothing.
It's the same thing with guitar.
We think about what's right in front of us, and we live in that moment.
Yeah, it's the same thing with guitar. It's the same thing when I'm like producing music.
Yep.
You
just kind of like right there, and you're not thinking about anything else.
Just very in the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great feeling.
Yeah.
To be able to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am physically capable of thinking about absolutely nothing.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm too capable though. And I'm
like a mess.
And I just like, and I just shut down and
and then then I realize I'm not doing anything. I'm like, crap, I should at least be fishing.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I am pumped. I'm glad that we're seeing fish.
Yeah, I mean, like,
fall
I've only gone muskie fishing once this season so far, and we've already seen 3 fish, right?
I've gone twice, and
I've seen plenty of fish for one trip.
Yeah. Caught one. Well, I didn't catch it, but the boat caught it. Had one on, and then saw a few more. Yeah. So.
And I mean, the fall is young. Actually, the first day of fall is Wednesday.
Is it?
Yeah, so we're technically still in the summer.
Word.
Yeah.
So late summer.
Yeah.
my dog.
He's
like, yeah, it is a guy.
He just pops up with his bone. Just savagely chewing on it. He's a funny guy.
Yeah.
How much time do we have?
We have an hour 15 right now.
This is a sick podcast right there. This is a long one.
Yeah.
We can either leave it as 1 or do 2. I feel like this one we can leave as 1 because it wasn't like super emotional. We're not like bawling our eyes out.
Yeah.
That one was just, those were 2 totally different vibes.
Dude, I'm glad though that you got a new dog.
Yeah, little baby Maverick.
Yeah, man.
He's such an asshole.
It's good. You know, it's like, it's a weird feeling when you get a new dog, because like...
Yeah, because you feel like you're replacing him, but you're not. Like,
yeah.
You can't replace the dog, like...
Yeah, but you know what's good about it is that the hurt, I feel like...
It helps to cope.
Yeah.
You got a little cutie there that just wants to have fun.
Yeah.
You know?
It's the best thing for it. It's just, you know, a puppy. Like...
You know, it's like you see one life end, but you see another begin.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, we can end it here. I'm down for that, man.
All right, word.
Cool.
I think that was sick. One. Yeah.
Everyone, again, stay tuned. We're gonna have a website up soon or eventually. I don't know, but this fall, like, you know, it's coming. You just heard the first day of fall is Wednesday, so soon. But it's gonna have a ton of clothes on there, so check that out when that comes. So, all right, peace.